serving up Texas' hottest original acts. The all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe boldly goes where commercial radio and television fear to tread. So kick up your heels for another exciting episode from the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe.
Hi, welcome to the fourth in our series. We're going to roll one more week of this, of our country blues songwriter series, and we're super excited tonight. As usual, this is going to be a great show, and tonight we're going to start off with a super nice guy, Mike McLeod. Dean, thank you.
Glad to be here. Yeah, so this is my first time to I'm gonna kick things off with a song called Bus Blues. It's one I wrote in the St. Street neighborhood down in Lafayette. And the house I was living in at the time is not there, so it's cool. I can go back there now and think about this batch of songs that came to me from there. And I was trying to think of something interesting I could say about this song when it was written, and the only thing I remember was the bridge was from a book. Back then, you go in a grocery store and they had this barrel of books discounted. You could get a book for like $3, so I grabbed one. And one of them was, anybody remember Charles Kuralt? Charles Kuralt's America. Those pictures he had from his life out on the road, and just pictures of the landscape, things that you would see when you're crossing America that are kind of, I guess, uniquely American. And when I got to the bridge, I thought about that book and windmills and barber poles. And you'll hear it. So I guess I can consider Charles Kuralt a co-writer on this song here. You ought to give a warning when you ride that old Greyhound. Wheels up on the highway is a highly lonesome sound. May it cause memories. These mountains, they turn to flat land. I wish I could have took the sky. Instead I'm stuck here rolling across these imaginary lines and all these signs. I'm wondering how you got your picture on these billboard signs. Yeah, the radio is on. I ain't heard one good song. It's nothing but bad news. Yeah, and I got these headed home. I'm in the back seat alone, gray bus blues. And I told that driver, hey, won't you drop your foot, man, and drive? He said the engine's got a governor and I can't go past 65, but I wish I could. He said I'd drive this bus 100 more if I could. Yeah, 'cause New York don't need me, and I ain't a city kid. New York City don't need me, baby, but I thought that you did. Lord, I was wrong. Now I'm a long, long way from home. Where the radio is on, I ain't heard one good song. It's nothing but bad news. Yeah, and I got these headed home, backseat alone, gray bus blues. And then I see a windmill, a barber pole, an American flag. Look out my window, and that's what we just passed. It's my hometown at last. And them billboards with your picture are a thing of my past, and the radio's on. Ain't heard one good song, it's nothing but the news. Hey, driver, open the door. I don't want no more these gray bus blues. Hey, Lord, I gotta go. Take me just a little bit south of I-10. Thank you.
That is so great, man. I love the
Appreciate it.
cadence of that song, right? The way it like shifts and changes in rhythm.
Well, thank you. I didn't know I was going
So great.
first.
Yeah, I know. I was glad it wasn't me. They said you'll be in the middle. I said, thank God. No, I love that. And like the imagery is so specific, but it could also be like any town, America, you know? And it like, I don't know. It's like I've been there, but I haven't. I love that.
Very cool. Thank you.
I'm going to play the first song that I ever wrote and kept. I'd written a lot, went through a lot of spiral ring notebooks that haven't, you know, when you move and you're going through all your stuff, it's like those did not come with me. But this is the first one that I've been carrying around with me. It's about my family. I have 5 brothers and sisters. They're not all in the song, because the song would be too long. But, yeah, it's just like a little slice of it. Something I love about my mother is when a bouquet goes sour, she throws each flower away one by one, and she keeps each healthy petal till they're done, holds them close till it's time to go. And I'm watching her every move she makes, so she says goodbye with grace and a smile on her face. She knows the truth. Aging is what makes us treasure youth. Something I love about my sister is when a bouquet goes sour, she says there's lots to learn from the life and death of flowers. It's the coming and the going that gives them all their power. That's why they go, because they know it's the leaving that makes us want them to stay. So I've been leaving everywhere I've gone ever since that day, but now I'm here standing by with roses in my hair and my 6-string on my thigh, and I'm at home. I couldn't go if I tried. I'm sure I'll think again when all the petals die. Something I learned about my father is when a bouquet goes sour, he brings another home. There's tulips to spare. Oh, it's not the way they look, but how they're handled with care, tied in a bow, and it's all for show. And I'm watching him every move he makes. So a garden at his fingertips, he knows which ones to take. How can he tell which ones will treat him well? Something I learned about my brother is when a bouquet goes sour, I thought he couldn't see the rot around the edge, but he does. He just keeps moving and always does his best to let it go. Let it go. So now I know to keep a straight face. Now I know that it'll pass. Even if it lasts for days, I'll still be here standing by with roses in my hair and my 6-string on my thigh, and I'm at home. I couldn't go if I tried. I'm sure I'll think again when all the petals die.
talented. My name is Aaron. Very happy to be here with you guys. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. It's a song about regrets. You know, when you do anything long enough, you know, you're going to get some regrets. And it's how you deal with those regrets, how you move forward is how you're going to make it through them. And the song is called As Long As I Can See the Light, and it's about staying positive through those regrets.
That I knew where I should be, what I should do. 'Cause today I feel so lost. Get it all at what cost? If I can't see the light, if you're not by my side, if I can't see the light anymore, anymore, anymore. Oh, I wish I had a way to go back in time, fix my mistakes. I wonder what I would change. Would I feel lost just the same? If I can't see the light, if you're not by my side, if I can't see the light anymore, anymore, anymore. If I can't see the light, if you're not by my side, if I can't see the light anymore, 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 oh, anymore, anymore, oh, anymore.
Thank you so much.
That was so awesome. Is that a dobro? Okay.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know if it's coming through, but up here you can hear the, what's your metal,
a tone bar.
a tone bar?
Yeah.
You can hear it scratching against the strings. I don't know if it's coming through out there, but it sounds so great.
Yeah, it's part of the thing.
So nice. I got on a scooter today, rode around Waco. It was fun, man. I'm not gonna get on one when I leave here, for sure. Well, I was telling Chris, cruising around Waco, and I just couldn't help but think about old Billy Joe Shaver and his presence in this town. I met him about 20 years ago at a place called the Blue Moon Saloon in Lafayette, and got to open for him. And I brought him some boudin, brought him a box of boudin and some cracklings for him and his band.
That's a good gift.
Well, he looked at it and he said, "No, that looks like a bunch of fingers." Now, he ate the cracklings, but he wanted boudin. I didn't bring you guys any. What's that? Oh, I didn't even think about it. Wow. I'm gonna bring some next time. Man, I'm gonna think about that for a long time. But this one I wrote with a buddy of mine named Buck, I should say. And we only wrote this one song together. And every time we play it, you know, some people like it. So I say, man, I'm glad we didn't get together and write any more songs, man. These 20 years we've been hanging out. Another traveling song is called Cities on the River. Well, I've been walking all night long. I live for Phoenix, been to San Antonio, down to Houston, yeah, but I didn't stay long. I'm tired and I'm all alone. I've been wearing my feet to the bone, yeah, but the city's on the river gonna take a care of me. All the people that cross the Poncha train, they don't know me off of where I came. I'm heading where you don't matter no more. Yeah, the headlights are blinding me. Hot night, 103, but the city's on the river gonna take good care. The city's on the river gonna take good care. Said the city's on the river gonna take good care of me. I said the city's on the river also nice, I'm told. Even in the winter time, it don't get cold. Like your heart gotten baby, you say goodbye. Things are so much better now, my hands ain't tied. Well, I'm down in New Orleans, but I ain't gonna stay. I can get to Memphis in a couple of days, and if your memory's there, St. Louis ain't so far. Yeah, and on up the river is where I'll go. But how far, man, I just don't know. But the city's on the river gonna take good care. The city's on the river gonna take good care. I said the city's on the river gonna take good care of me. I said the city's on the river also nice, and I'm told even in the winter time it don't get cold. Like your heart gotten big when you say goodbye. And things are so much better now, my hands ain't tied. I've been walking, I don't know how long. Left Phoenix, been in San Antonio. Many miles down this road. Yeah, many miles on down this old road. Yeah, many miles on down this old road. I said the city's on the river, also nice, I'm told. Thank you.
It's another banger.
Just trying to hang on to that one chord.
That's so great. I realized I forgot to introduce myself. You did it like a professional. My name's Caroline Sears. Sears like the store that used to be a store, but it's not anymore. I'm based in Austin. Drove down here today. I've had a really great day. My cheek kind of hurt from smiling. And I'm gonna play a little bit of a story. I grew up in the church. I grew up in the Baptist church. My daddy was a deacon. And nobody in my family goes to church anymore, but I still find myself like in moments when life feels really confusing, I still find those I don't know, those come to Jesus moments, right? This is what mine kind of sound like. Well, I rediscovered Jesus at the back of my junk drawer, and I must have shoved him in there. I just can't remember what for, but he didn't mind the mess, and he forgave me for forgetting him again. Once I dragged his ass out, I gave him the tour. My apartment's kinda small. There's the bed, the kitchen, the door, but I'd like it if you'd stay. I'll admit I could really use a friend. Lord, Lord, have you forgotten me the way that I've forgotten you? You simply must believe me. I swear I didn't mean to. Can I swear? Is that okay? He said, that's fine. All right, if that's the case. What the hell's been happening? My daddy's on his deathbed, and the man I love has shown me that he didn't mean a word he said. God laughed and asked if I thought this was the end of the story. But Lord, I've been so angry, I've been thinking hateful things, and I can't enjoy a cool breeze or the way the morning bird sings. God cried and sighed and asked me not to worry. Once we'd both had enough, took a walk around my neighborhood. We stopped at the food truck and I told him what I thought was good, and I thought he'd be a vegetarian, I guess, but he ordered al pastor. And I asked him every question, the who, what, why, and how, and he had such perfect answers, though I can't repeat them now. And it felt so sweet to be with someone who knows me to my core. Lord, I play myself so well that everyone believes me, and I'm scared that if I showed my face that everyone would leave me. What's worse is I don't even know what face I'd even show. Darling, you will live and die again and again. See these holes in my hands? Resurrection's not a sin. And he did. He showed me the hole in his hand, and I blew a straw wrapper right through it. So I rediscovered Jesus at the back of my junk drawer, and I must have shoved him in there. I just can't remember what for. But he didn't mind the mess, and he forgave me for forgetting him again. No, he didn't mind the mess, and he forgave me for forgetting him again.
Probably the best use of Al Pastor in a song I've ever heard before. I'm gonna sit on that for a long time. I love that. The song's about taking things a little too far in a conversation. Sometimes when I get in arguments, sometimes with my siblings or anybody like that, I'm always getting that last word in. And sometimes that last word, you just take it a little too far and you end up hurting that person's feelings. Here's the song. Is it coming through? Oh, okay, awesome. I'm back. A song called Took It Too Far. I took it too far, said some things I don't mean. Now I only see you on the cell phone screen. Too far, didn't swallow my pride. Now it's just the loneliness I hide. I took you too far, the day I broke your heart. I took you too far, I pushed you away. Now I have to deal with that today. I took you too far, didn't treat you right. In someone else's arms you sleep tonight. I took you too far when I broke your heart. I took you too far, push you away. Now I have to deal with that today. I took you too far, right over the edge. I hope one day I'll learn to love again. I took you too far when I broke your heart. Yeah, way too far when I broke your heart.
So good.
All right, thank you so much.
Aaron, thank you. So we're coming to the point of the show we would like to do a little Q&A. This is starting to become a little tradition with us, and I think it's working well. So you guys are doing great. We really appreciate y'all here tonight, and you're doing wonderful. I want to start off and say there's some interesting things going on tonight. First of all, Aaron, talk to us about your machine, your instrument here, please. If you want to, can you zoom in or kind of get like, this is a really cool thing, and maybe a lot of people don't know what this is, so let's hear about it.
Yeah, so this is a dobro guitar, resonator guitar, honestly, is what it's really called, but dobro is just the name everyone's kind of assigned to it. Just tune it to a chord and you strum with the bar, or use the bar to get more chords on it. I started playing this like last year, and I really love doing it.
You picked it up
transferred
quick.
all my songs onto it and try a bunch of different tunings, and you just kind of just go with it, make it sound cool. Sometimes it sounds terrible, like a cat dying. So you have to, that's really the pushing point. Once you get through that, you're like, oh, I'm getting somewhere. Yeah.
So do you always play on your lap like that? Is that something?
No, I started off playing, I play regular guitar.
Yeah,
like normal, like this, but I like doing lap style too. So
It's becoming comfortable for
Yeah,
you.
it's
That's
becoming
great.
comfortable for me, for sure.
You know, just it's unique, and I just wanted to kind of point that out so people at home kind of like can hear what that's about. So thank you. And Caroline, your voice, you're unique. I mean, this is a lot going on here. I feel like that you've got a unique voice here and everything. So tell us about your background. Tell us about where you said you're from Austin.
I am, yeah.
So
Well, I'm based in Austin. I grew up outside Houston in the suburbs. I'm a suburb kid.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, very cool. So are you just kind of getting into your rhythm with this? Is this something new for you, or are you just, you're doing great.
Thank you.
We want to hear more about you, girl.
Yeah, I've always written songs, and then about 3 years ago, I started going out and playing them for other people, and realized that I could have been having a lot more fun this whole time, just going out and playing them. This
absolutely.
is so much fun. The best part is like the people you meet before and during and after the shows. So yeah, I've been doing this for a while. I don't know about the uniqueness. I steal a lot, if I'm honest with you. Like you were talking about taking inspiration from books and movies, and like seeing a beautiful shot in a movie and then transferring that image down into a song, or being inspired by some of my favorite poets and being inspired by other songwriters. I spend a lot of time with other songwriters, and being like, whoa, you used a really cool chord in your chorus. Like, can you teach me that chord? And then taking that one chord from one person's song who I admire, and then creating my own thing out of it. So it's a team effort over here.
Very
is what
cool.
I think I'd
Very
say.
cool. Mike, I'm gonna pick on you for a second. So what is something that we don't know about you that we need to hear that's unique? I'm gonna put you on the spot there. And besides your accent, the great Louisiana accent, that's awesome. So
Something unique.
yeah.
I'm 21.
Yeah, cool.
No,
You rode around in Waco all day today on some scooters. That must have been pretty exciting.
yeah, that's pretty fun. Got to rent a scooter and go do a little sightseeing. But something unique? No, I'm pretty boring. I like to
That's okay.
hang
That's
around the
all right.
house and read and watch movies. I got 3 kids.
That'll keep you busy.
Married
Yeah.
for 12 years, and just having a ball with them kids.
Well, cool. Well, do we have anybody in the audience that wants to say anything or any questions? Well, we can always. Oh, we got somebody down here. I'll come on around.
You wrote a
Hi.
list.
I was coming up. Oh, that's a loud mic. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, you were encouraging Q&A, so I was thinking, like, what would be a good question to ask? And I have I want to know when you know a song is done. Like when do you find that feeling? Because I feel like sometimes, even in anything I work on, I can never know quite when the ending is.
Me first? Point me out. When I run out of ideas is part of it. When the tank runs dry. Sometimes I'll just play it on loop, and sometimes words will shift or whatever as like your hands and your voice find the rhythm together. That's part of it as well. I think that's the main thing, is just when I run out of ideas. Some stuff ends up on the cutting room floor for sure, right? I'll write 6 verses and keep 4. But yeah, I try to consolidate things as quickly as possible. When the point is made. When the point is made. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I'm a little lazier, honestly, than that. I try to write the song as fast as possible, and so that usually means I try to just get it out, and then, because if I come back to it, I feel like I'm not going to have the inspiration anymore, so I just try to do it as fast as I can. And then sometimes that makes me have like shorter songs, because I'm not going to elaborate so much on some of them, so that's just part of how it works for me. It's so individual, though. I think everyone has their own way of writing, but for me, it's get it out as fast as you can.
Yeah, I think
Flow
I
state.
agree with that.
Yeah.
That's a great question, and it's kind of a tough question, because I think when you start out, I mean, I could be speaking for myself, but you start doing this, you think that everything you write is so good. Look what I can do. Man, wow, look at that. And you look back on it like, oh man, if I'd have worked on that a little bit longer, so now I tend to rewrite, whereas before I was like you, I get it out there and all right, move on to the next thing. But yeah, now I like to look back on it after a couple weeks, and see what I could do better on it. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for that, and
Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you guys. Yeah. Anybody else? We're good? Okay, well, let's get back to the music. We love this. Thank you.
When I was a kid in the 6th grade, well, we had people in the 6th grade that weren't kids at my school. So when I was a kid, 6th grade, I guess it was about '86. Our teacher would tell us about Russia and all this stuff, and they were going to bomb us and all this scary stuff. And she told us that if Russia were to bomb us, that Baton Rouge and the chemical plants and the refineries was like top on the list. And my dad worked at the Exxon chemical plant, so that was terrifying. So I went home and I told my dad what the teacher had said, and to make me feel better, he says, well, there's so much pressure in those lines and all these chemicals, and I'm not worried about the Russians. That place could blow up at any time. I said, thanks, Dad. But as I got older, I got to thinking about that. If something like that were to happen, and I had to go back to the woods and survive, what would I do? Would I know what to do? Would my kids know what to do? And this is called Blood on the Acorns. He was raised hiding under a desk, waiting on a Russian bomb. It was American civil unrest, and his daddy taught him just what to do if they ever blew up the plane while he's working in Baton Rouge. He said there's a few things that I need to teach you now. We ain't worried about the Russians anymore, but you need to learn them anyhow. How to set a trot line, how to clean a bird. You sharpen your knife on a Belgian blue, you ain't ever too young to learn. What's out here making these sounds that you hear? What a contract looks like, and how to track a deer. We may not always have stores on every corner like we do now. To kill, it's a skill, it'll keep you alive, and it's my job to teach you how. said always remember, you can't eat them horns. Oak does are smart as hell. You see these chewed white oak acorns. Now get your finger at the ready. Hey, don't you move or make a sound. They've been here. Eventually, they're gonna come back around. Now put your side behind her shoulder to let out all your breath. Squeeze, don't jerk when you pull that trigger back. And all I could hear was my heartbeat in my head. And then a 410 slug hit her door in the lung, and she ran till she was dead. We knelt down beside her. My dad thanked her and said a prayer. I felt my innocence drift away in the cold November air. There was blood on the acorns. He splashed blood on my face. He said, never take more than your family needs when you come to this place. And that was 30 years ago. You never forget your first one. And now it's time to take what I know and pass it on to my sons. Yeah, Mother Nature, she's a saint. There's a deal that she will do. Be kind to the woods and the waters, my friend, and they'll be kind to you. Take care of the woods and the waters, my friend, and they'll take care of you. There you go.
I love that so much. I was supposed to be tuning while you were playing, and I forgot. No, take care of the woods and the water, and they'll take care of you. I feel like that's something we could all go home with for sure. I was thinking about short songs that come out in a burst, and you make your point and you hit the bricks. I'm going to play my song that does that. This song is also about regrets, like your first song. It's about regrets, and it's more about like watching yourself make the same mistake again and again, like trust the same person again and again, or just like make the same choice again and again and again. And at a certain point, it feels like I'm up in the corner of the room, like looking down on myself, being like, what is she doing? So yeah, this is about watching yourself do something that you're not supposed to be doing. And it's called I Left a Fox to Watch the Birds. Because that would be a bad idea, right? If you left a fox to watch all your chickens. This is going to be on a record that's going to come out later this year, fingers crossed. If the Lord willing and the creek don't rise, right? Yeah, this and a couple of the other songs I'm playing tonight will all be released later this year. Junk Drawer Jesus is out on streaming platforms.
No charm
Thank you.
It was one of those short ones. I didn't want it to end. It was so nice. It was so nice. Very good. It's very cool to hear like other songwriters' perspectives on life, and that's what I love about it. You get to hear what people are thinking in the song. It's kind of cool to be able to translate that. I grew up playing a lot of cards with my family. I don't know if anybody ever played spades before out there. That was a big, big game in my house. My great-grandmother taught me how to play. She was cold on the spades table, man. She would be kicking our butts, man, wrecking it. She was a great lady. And I wrote a song called Play My Hand, and it's about just being grateful for life. But it had me thinking about those times playing cards, you know, with my family. And it's like some of the best times ever, just sitting at that table playing cards, and you had to play that hand no matter what you had. I'm tired, but I'm thankful. I got food up on the table. My mind and hands are able. It's time to get it right. But I won't figure out my whole life in only just one night. Gotta leave some room for change, things I'll never understand. I gotta play my hand. I won't sit here in the darkness, conversing with the heartless. I know I played a part in this. It's time to get it right. I won't figure out my whole life in only just one night. I gotta leave some room for change, things I'll never understand. Gotta play my hand. One night, ooh, I gotta leave some room for change, things I'll never understand. I gotta play my hand. Thank you so much.
That's motivation. I'm going to take your advice on that one because, like we were talking about earlier, so the newest song is always like your favorite song that you wrote. Mm-hmm. So you might look back on it a while later and say, well, maybe I should have worked a little harder, but these old songwriters are saying, well, the three best songs in the world are, you know, that's like A Bridge Over Troubled Water, Amazing Grace, and the song I just finished here. So. On that note, that's how this one made the cut here for tonight. This is called King of the Mississippi River. Welcome to the world, little man, here we go. He just could not wait to fly. Born to the king of the Mississippi River in the sweetest heart of all time. He seen the good in everybody that he met, but later on I think it left him blind. Ended up falling and falling and falling and falling and falling for most of his life. So many sorries that he's whispered into the wind. He closed his eyes and prayed that the Lord was listening. But then she told him that she loved him and she'd never leave him, and he thought he left it all behind. Making love and babies made him happy in the morning, but at night the sun didn't shine. He'd fall asleep every night thinking his whole life been nothing but a big old sin. And close his eyes and he prays every day that he's forgiven. He seemed to figure it out once he had stopped asking why. He made a million mistakes, but he ain't so bad of a guy. Na 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 na. The Mississippi River's made of water and mud, and they run in his blood and his soul. But they took him out the Delta and they sent him to the desert, and to the land of the free and the brave and the poor. So many sorries that he's whispered into the wind. You close your eyes and pray that the world is listening. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Y'all the first people to hear that. Thanks.
That's beautiful. Give me a second. This last song I'm going to play, I wrote after reading a lot of the news, watching videos of the news, and I do a lot of that lately because there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on in the news right now. And, you know, a lot of the stuff that I see, it's not really the world that I want to live in. But I also see, like, the seeds of the world that I do want to live in, like, being planted right now. And I see it in the way that I'm showing up with my friends and my family and all that. And, you know, we're in Texas. I got a lot of people with differing opinions, and, like, learning how to have a civil conversation about something that you feel really strongly about has been a learning curve for me. And I think, I mean, this song helped me a little bit. Let me check tuning real quick. Almost. Do you deal with this every day with your open tunings? Yeah. It's because I care. The song's called Takes One to Know One. If I could make the world again, we'd all spend more time listening. Maybe I could see your point of view. Maybe you'd hear me when I tell you I love you. If I could make the world my way, we'd all say what we want to say, but we choose our words so carefully, 'cause I care for you and you care for me. If I could make the world my own, we'd know we're more than flesh and bone. We'd remind each other when we forgot that we're just two prints from the hand of God. Ooh, It takes one to know one. It takes one to. Thank you.
Thinking the words of the great Robert Nesta Marley, also known as Bob Marley. You can't run away from yourself, you know? There's a song called Done Running Away. Eventually, when you're running, you keep on running, you still got to deal with yourself. One bad hand, I'm in the sand. No solid ground for me to stand. All my troubles right behind me. I keep running, they still find me. I'm done running away. My feet are planted, I'm here to stay. I'm done running away. I've been afraid for far too long. Woke up this morning, my fears were gone. I won't let them in my way. That's not how I'm gonna live today. I'm done running away. My feet are planted, I'm here to stay. Oh, I'm done running away. Oh, I'm here to stay. I'm done running. Oh, done running away. Oh, done running away. Yeah, done running away. Oh. Done running away.
Thank you so much.